Hi, welcome to AIA Academy. Today, I would like to discuss on the important things to know before you embark on importation business. There are things you are supposed to know in importation business, or things to know before you start an importation business, which are very important things which you should know before you start. Let me go straight to the point. I have listed about 10 things which are very important to know before you start an importation business. The first thing on my list, or the first key and important thing to know before you start an importation business, is number one, you should know how to make a very good market research. When I say market research, I mean you should conduct a thorough market research to identify in-demand products you want to start bringing to your country. You see, you cannot just start an importation business without knowing the kind of products that are in demand, like the kind of product that people are looking for in your country or in your location. So that is why it's very good and important to make or to know how to make a very good mass market research when it comes to importation, or when you want to start an importation business. Number two, you should know the legal requirement before starting this importation business. When I say legal requirement, I know you start thinking, wow, is it talking about knowing how to make good papers or how to be cleared by the custom in my country, this and that? Yes, I mean that. You should know the legal requirement before you start this business. There are ways now, or there are simple ways to start this importation business, which a lot of people are now doing, which doesn't require a lot of papers, or you don't even have to show yourself in any custom office before you can start this business. So if you ask to start this business, or you want to start this business, by going to China yourself to buy things, or to go to any other country to buy things, you should try as much as possible to know the legal requirement. You should know how to follow the due process, so that you not have problem, or you not end up losing your things, or you not end up being arrested just because you are importing something from another country to the country where you are. But importation business now is so simple, in the sense that you can do it without even showing yourself physically. You can do everything on your phone. But still, with that, it's very important to know the legal requirement. Number three, you should know or you should have a very good supply chain management. When I say supply chain management, what I simply mean is to know how your suppliers, or to know how to supply goods to your customers, and to know how to get goods from the manufacturers. Let me explain more. What I mean here is know how these things will be coming to you, and know how you will be sending, or you will be distributing this product to your customers. So it's very good to have a very good supply chain management, and you should know how to do it before you start this importation business. Knowing that will help you a lot, and it will save you a lot of money and time. Number four, logistics and shipping. This is the point where a lot of people are falling into scams and falling into problems. You see, when you don't know the kind of way to bring in your goods from the country where you want to import these goods, that is the first and the most problem a lot of people are having. So I see a lot of people complaining about buying things very cheap in other countries, but bringing them to the country where they are, they end up spending more than what they expected, or what they plan to spend on shipping of those products. So it is very good to know how to ship these products from the country where you are buying them from, and to know the ways to follow and to know the kind of ways to bring in your product or to bring in those goods. You can't just buy something and something that's supposed to be shipped through air, you end up sending it through sea, or it's something that you are supposed to ship through sea, you ship it through air. If you don't know the differences or the different ways to ship these things, you will end up having problem in this importation business. That is why it's very important to know the logistic and the shipping ways through which you will be shipping in your product or shipping in the product from the country where you want to start this business. Number five, you should know much about quality control. Really, knowing about good quality control will help you in this importation business. You should know how to check for very good quality products before bringing them to your customers. You see, you can't just start importing something from just because you want to start importation business. You can't just go and start bringing in fake things to your customers. You end up losing your money and you end up losing your customers. So that is why it is very important to have quality control. You should know what you are buying and you should know what you are selling to your customers, and you should know the quality of that product. Number six is to know the currency exchange rate of that particular country you want to import things from. You see, it's very important to know the currency rate of that country. Let's say if you are in Nigeria, you should, and you want to start importing things from India or from Ghana, sorry, from China and other countries, you should know how much your naira is to that country's currency. You should know the exchange rate, and you have to be updated on a daily basis. And whenever you want to buy something from that country, whenever you want to spend your money, you should know what you are spending, and you should know how much you are spending on that product. Today you hear that they will tell you $1 is equivalent to 1,000 naira in Nigeria. Tomorrow you hear it is 1,200. So you should always be updated on the currency exchange rate of that country and the payment terms. When I say payment terms, I mean you should know the ways and the payment gateways you are going to follow to pay for the product you are buying from that country. So it is very important to also know the payment terms and the payment gateways to follow when you want to buy goods from the country you want to start importing your things to. That is another important thing. Number seven, know and have a very good risk management strategy. Know how to import your things without having a problem. So you should have good risk management. Let's say, for example, now you want to buy something from a supplier. It is good and it is very good for you to discuss with the manufacturer of that product about packaging of that product before they send them to, or before they take it to your shipping company. So that you will not end up buying something from China or from the country, and after the products have been delivered to you, you end up seeing those products being damaged. It is very bad, and which I would not like you to experience. That is why it is always good to know how to manage those kind of risks by knowing the ways to follow, by knowing how to discuss about packaging your goods from the manufacturers to the shipping company, and how those things are going to come to your place. Very important to have a very good risk management strategy. Number eight, financial planning. Financial planning. When I say financial planning, what I simply mean here is you should create a detailed budget. You should create a detailed budget on all costs associated with this importation business. So when you are starting importation, when you want to start an importation business, you should always have a very good financial plan. Know what you are going to spend and know how much you have spent from the beginning to the end of the transactions. of that product. You should know how much you spend and know how much you spend. Let me say, you should know how much you spent on buying those things, how much you spend on shipping, how much you spend on this and that. You should always have the budget, so that you know run out of budget. That is why it is always good to have good financial planning, so that you will have sufficient working capital to cover all unexpected expenses too. You see, sometimes things might just come up without knowing, and things that you don't even think of can just come up your way when doing this kind of business. So it is always good to have good financial planning. Number 9, marketing and branding. You see, this is another very important thing to know. When you want to start this business, it is very good to know how to sell this product. When I say marketing and branding, you see, you can't just buy something and you don't know how to sell it, or you don't have the plan or ways of selling that thing, because you are not going to buy these things to use. So you should always have a good marketing strategies that you want to follow before starting this business. Before you even start, it is good to have that plan on ground, like knowing how you are going to promote those products. If it is online, if it is through this and that, you should always know the ways to follow, and how you are going to brand your product, in the sense that your customers will like it and they will ask for more, or they will buy more from you. That is another good and important thing to know. I think I'll stop here today. I'll stop here for today, so that the video will not be too long. Just subscribe to the channel, so that you will be updated once we drop another video on this importation business. Thank you very much, and thanks for watching.